What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm pretty much going to be teaching you guys how you want to use Zani. Now, I'm not going to go through her kit, go through every single detail, because I ain't gonna lie, man, her kit, there's too much fucking yapping and I don't have time to go through all of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and just show you guys gameplay and explain to you guys these two different team, how can I say this? These two different play styles when it comes to Zani, all right? There's probably a lot more, but as up to right now, I pretty much I'm playing with two different, I'm playing with these two, there's like two different play styles I'm playing with when it comes to Zani. It's actually pretty fun. Now, I recommend you guys to watch my previous video of me summoning for Zani. It is something, okay? It's something. But anyways, we come over here to Wuthering Waves. As you guys can see, I was just doing some TOA. Ignore the 2-star. Here's what's gonna happen. All right. Now, this is the team that I have been using for my Zani. All right. Just to remind you guys, if you are not going to use Zani in the Spectral Frazzle team, you are a walnut. You are a brickhead. You are a toilet bowl. You make no fucking sense. Just, I don't know. Like, what is wrong with you? But you want to use her in the Spectral Frazzle team because the character pretty much operates under Spectral Frazzle. That's just how she works. She can't really inflict it, but the thing is, she can inflict like one stack, but that's only for her Echo set. Okay, her Echo set that gives her additional 20%, which is if we come over here, I'm pretty sure it's called Eternal Radiance, right? We come over here, yep, as you guys can see, Eternal Radiance. It gives her a 20% additional crit rate boost if she's able to inflict Spectral Frazzle. But once again, it's not really her inflicting it. She's just like dealing Spectral Frazzle damage, which is the same as, inflicting, Spectral Frazzle. So here is my build for my Zani. We have Capitanus. He's in our main slot because of the heavy attack damage bonus, which is really good for her. An additional spectral damage bonus, which is nice. When it comes to the main substats, you want to focus on heavy attack damage bonus, energy regeneration, crit rate. I will say for crit rate, you can get crit rate on a character, but the thing is, since she is getting a 20% from her set, and at the same time, if you do have Shorekeeper, Shorekeeper also gives her additional crit, which is also very, very good. So I would say you will at least want to get at least 46% crit rate minimum, or at least 50% crit rate minimum, and you're pretty much good to go. When it comes to crit damage, you definitely want to focus on that crit damage. Get as much crit damage as much as possible, and also get some attack as well. So those are pretty much like the top substats for Zani. Now, why did I say energy regeneration? Now, the reason why I say energy regeneration is because Zani is very reliant when it comes to her ultimate. She relies on her ultimate a lot. Resistance Liberation. She needs it, okay? So if you're trying to use her in a team where, you're swapping around and then you switch on over to Zani and she doesn't have her ultimate, things start to get a little messy. So getting that additional energy regeneration pretty much helps her out a lot, especially if you're trying to run like a Quickswap Zani. So as you guys can see, I got like 79.4% crit rate, 308.3% crit damage. And I think that includes Shorekeeper buff and the Echo set buff as well. Okay, that's what it is. But I also have her weapon here. We're going to be using her weapon, and the weapon is actually pretty nice. Gives additional Spectral Frazzle damage, and also ignores the enemy's defense by like 8%, which is really, really good as well. Of course, when it comes to her forte, we pretty much like leveled up everything except for, normal attack and intro skill. So, enough about her kit. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. So I'm going to show you guys two different playstyles when it comes to Zani, okay? Now, when it comes to the first playstyle, it's really, you're not really doing any quick swap, to be honest. You're not doing any quick swap with her. You're really just like using Shorekeeper. She's like the first character I'm going to use. I use her ultimate, and then I switch on over to Spectral Rover. Spectral Rover is going to inflict the stacks, and then I'm going to use his Echo set skill, which is pretty much going to give Zani 10%. Not is it 10%? I don't know, but he's going to give her additional attack, and I have to switch to Zani in 10 seconds in order for that to happen. So you want to make sure when you're using Spectral Rover with Moonlit Clouds, you want to make sure that before you use his Echo skill, you are able to switch to Zani immediately after that, because you have 10 seconds to switch to her so that she can actually receive the buff from Moonlit Clouds. So once we go on over to Zani, we just, go crazy with her. That's pretty much the entire team rotation. So let's hop right into it. Now you guys are reacting to this raw, okay? Raw reaction, no pre-recording, nothing. Okay. Okay, buddy, you active, bro. You active. All right, here we go. Come over here. Boom. Nice. Now you always want to use heavy attack with Spectral Rover because he can build his Porte pretty fast with the heavy attack. So we already used the Echo skill. We have 10 seconds to swap. We swap over here. Boom, we activate this. Go ahead and use her ultimate. 9k, we didn't crit there, unfortunately. But you just start going crazy, guys. And you guys can see really, really big damage. We got 83k damage right there. Boom, and then you go ahead and do this. There you go. Now switch back on over to Storekeeper, and then the team rotation pretty much restart again. So that is literally like the team rotation. Very, very simple, all right? Going to use this. Boom. Nice. And we inflict the stack right there. Pop that ultimate. And we go crazy. We just start going ham. Boom. And then we do this right over here to finish it off. There we go. Same thing over and over. You know, hopefully we can actually 3-star this because that would be very embarrassing for the video. Not gonna lie. All right, 30k, nice. That was actually pretty good. Nice, okay. We didn't finish it. Oh, I gotta restart. Oh my god. All right, take two. Take two. You got to be very precise with this team, guys. Very, very precise in order to get it, you know, these 3 stars. Ain't that easy, bro. All right. Can we crit here? Nice. Okay, we got 29k. Not bad. Nice. Pop this here. Very nice rotation. 98k damage. Very, very good. I think that's the highest I hit so far with that unique mechanic. It was actually pretty good. 98k is really, really high. What the? Where did he even go? Bro just disappeared. All right, now we just go crazy here. I think he's stunned. Yeah, he's stunned. All right, let's go crazy. Nice. 82k damage. Really, really good. Boom. Pop this. Boom. Nice. Same rotation again. Okay, come on. 29k. Nice. This is it, guys. This is the one. Yeah, this is it right here. There it is, boys. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you get the job done. So you guys can pretty much see how the team combination works. It's really, really simple, man. Like, you just use Shorekeeper first. You use her ultimate, and you go to whatever his name is, Spectral Rover. So many S's when it comes to these Spectral units. But use Spectral Rover, and then use a skill, all right, when his Forte bar is full, so he can apply that resistance shred, the Spectral resistance shred. And then once you do that, use his Echo skill, then use his ultimate and swap on over to Zani. Use her ultimate. Actually, before you do that, use her skill so she can actually inflict the stack, and then use her ultimate, and you just go crazy. And then you're gonna see her resonance separation is glowing. You press it again, and she's gonna do this unique, mechanic thing. She's gonna do this like unique animation. Does that, boom. That's the rotation. So now that we got this done, let's go ahead and talk about Quickswap. Now, when it comes to Quickswap, Shorekeeper, okay, Shorekeeper, she is not affected by this Quickswap whatsoever. What's mainly affected here is, of course, Zani. Now, you're pretty much switching from Zani, Spectral Rover, okay? You're constantly switching from them. Now, the way that you want to do this, okay, I'm going to show you guys. The way that you want to do this Quickswap is when you're in Zani's ultimate form, right? When you're in her ultimate form, you want to hold her skill down. And when you hold this down, you wait for shockwaves to emit from her. And when that happens, she's going to swing her sword. And when that happens, you switch to Spectral Rover, use his ultimate, use his skill so he can inflict more stacks. And then you switch back to Zani, and she's going to deal more damage because more stacks was placed on the enemy from Spectral Rover. That's pretty much why this Quickswap team is very, very good. So let's go ahead and do it. I want you guys to pay attention. All right. Shorekeeper, she's not really doing much in this Quickswap team whatsoever. It's mostly Zani and Spectral Rover. Pay attention. All right, we switch on over to Zani here. All right, now pay attention, guys. We use his ultimate, and look, we didn't crit there, unfortunately. We hold this, we switch to Rover, inflict more stacks. All right, use his ultimate, switch back to Zani, and she is still in her ultimate form. Absolutely amazing. And we pop this, boom, 26k. Wasn't that much, but that's pretty much how the Quickswap team works, guys. The whole point of that Quickswap is for Zani to get more stacks. That's the whole point. And it's actually pretty nice. And it's really fun to play with too. So same thing again. All right. We hold this down. Switch to Rover. Pop that ultimate. Inflict more stacks, switch back to Zani, go crazy, and we just start spamming that basic attack. Look at that, 68k. Use this, 54k. Boom, 74k. We probably dealt like, I don't know, probably 175k damage right there. That was just really, really good. $30k, nice. Do this. Boom. Switch to Rover. Inflict more stacks. Switch back to Zani. Oh my gosh, dude, this is insane. Is this a lot faster? I think it is. Woo! That was actually crazy. Let's just switch here. Boom. Oh, that quick swap team is so fun, man. It's so good. It's such a fun quick swap team. So hopefully you guys actually understand how it works. If it's still complicated, then that's totally fine. I understand, but you're pretty much just quick swapping from Spectre Rover and Zani so that he can inflict more stacks, so she can just pretty much deal more damage and perform a lot better. That's the whole point of Zani quick swap. It's actually very, very fun overall. Now, when it comes to like different alternatives besides, Zani, Spectre Rover, and Shorekeeper, you can put Mortefi, but there's really not a lot of alternatives. Like you have Zani, Phoebe, Storekeeper, or Zani, Phoebe, and Spectral Rover, or you have Zani, Spectral Rover, Mortefi, or Zani, Phoebe, Mortefi. Those, like, the only characters you can use with her right now are Spectral Rover, Shorekeeper, Verena, and Mortefi. Did I say Phoebe? If I didn't, then yeah, Phoebe too. So those are like the only characters you can pretty much use with her, so that you can so she can actually perform very, very well. But overall, man, this character is actually very, very fun. I'm enjoying her a lot, and I did test her with like other weapons as well. When it comes to her 4-star alternatives, I don't really know, to be honest. When it comes to 4-star alternatives, let me see if we come to the gacha real quick. Her 4-star alternatives are not that insane. Like, I tried to find some pretty decent ones, but they're really not that crazy. Like this one over here, Celestial Spiral, this has potential. It has attack, and it also gives resonance energy, which is pretty nice. It can help her when it comes to her energy. But this one over here, Hollow Mirage, is dog shit. Marcado, whatever this is called, Considerable Energy, not bad. But when it comes to damage, you're gonna lose out on a ton of damage here. So yeah, when it comes to 4-star weapons, she's not really getting much when it comes to 4-star weapons. But when I use this weapon on her, Tragic Comedy, you do have heavy attack damage bonus, which is really, really nice. And the difference between Tragic Comedy and of course her weapon is that for this weapon, Blazing Justice, you're getting that spectral frazzle damage amplification, you're getting that crit damage bonus, you're getting that additional attack, and you're also ignoring the enemy's defense. So this weapon is just not that insane compared to her actual best in slot weapon. There's like a huge gap between two. So I mean, plus you also get crit rate as well. So yeah, her weapon is just really, really cracked overall. Yeah, guys, Zani, this character, he's fun. I think this character is really, really fun. Still a restrictive unit, and that's just a fact, but it doesn't take away the fact that she is a fun unit overall. I can't wait to find more play styles with this character, but as up to right now, there's like the 2 play styles. I've pretty much figured out when it comes to Zani, you just have that smooth rotation. You also have that quick swap rotation for Zani, where she's pretty much quick swapping between Spectre Rover and of course Zani. Now, I don't know if the quick swap can work with Phoebe. I have no idea, because Phoebe, I think she can inflict more stacks than Spectre Rover. She can inflict them a lot faster. So I don't think quick swap is necessary if you have Phoebe, but if you do have Spectral Rover, it is a really, really huge boost to her performance, because you're pretty much inflicting more stacks due to the fact that you are switching to Spectral Rover while she's in that ultimate form, and then while she's dealing damage, you switch back on over to her and she's just going crazy. I really like how even when she's like, you use her skill, even when you use it. So let me see if I can actually do it right now. If I hold this, it's gonna take us a hot minute to get it up and ready. So we're just gonna try to get her sword up, and I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so we just keep doing this. Come on. And there's also a tutorial that teaches you how to play with her if you guys are struggling, but I just want to get this up. There we go. So once you see this, when you're in her ultimate form, once you see this, she can inflict a stack on the enemy. Okay, a scorching ember stack, whatever, on the enemy. But when it comes to the quick swap, right, imagine I'm fighting that enemy, I pretty much inflict that spectral frazzle, do whatever, is their ultimate, Spectral Rover's ultimate, I switch to Zani, and then when I switch to her, I pretty much do her skill, and then I do her ultimate, and then she's gonna have her skill again. So I pretty much hold her E down, I hold it down, and I switch to Rover, right? That's pretty much how it works. And when you switch back to her, she is still in her ultimate form, and you can still go crazy. So that's why the quick swap between Zani and Rover is really, really good overall. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below, and hopefully this was able to help you guys out. And yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Hope to catch you guys soon. Adios.